Hi, and welcome to Stretch. We're going to do an unfolding workout today. That means we're going to get the body long and strong and open. And so I'd love us to get started by lying down. We're going to do our breathing in that lying down position. So let's bring ourselves all the way down to the mat. And our warm up is going to be a kind of active breathing warm up. So I want you to take your legs to tabletop. You can point your toes if you want. If you're feeling too crunch, just do whatever you can do. Curl yourself up, and we're going to inhale by pulling our knees to our chest. Inhale. Exhale, taking our arms and legs out, making opening to a little bit of a V. Doesn't have to be huge. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, keep yourself curled up if you can. Exhale and inhale. One more after this. Exhale, then inhale and exhale. Then bring them back in together. Lower your head to the floor and then drop your knees away from the screen. I want you to reach out with your hand, and I want us to breathe 3 times. Nice deep breaths. In the meantime, if your legs don't, like slide right on top of each other, put your hand on the thigh and push down as you do the 3 breaths. So inhale and exhale, and again, and again, and hold it right there for 3 more breaths. Nice soft ones. And then let's extend that leg. Cut the leg out. You have your hand under the thigh. We're just going to hold this in this position for now, and then we'll do kind of a moving it toward the head moment. You're still looking away from the leg. So breathe, pull it up a little bit, breathe, pull it up a little bit more, whatever you can do. If you can't get it to move, just keep applying your pressure. That's part of, unlocking the hip. Breathe and take it up. Good job. Nice. It's a great job. Okay, release the hand. Put the knees back together. Bring them back to tabletop. Put the other hand out, and then drop the knees toward the screen. You're putting your eyes away this time. And you're going to push down. Make sure your shoulder blades are on the floor. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And inhale, exhale. And hold it there for 3 more breaths. Keep looking away. Beautiful. Now extend the leg. Put the hand underneath. You're going to hold it just for the first part, and then we'll move it for the second part. All right, let's move it. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, exhale, and again, feeling that pull away from the hip. Nice. Now, we're going to restack those legs, bring them back to center, bring them back up to tabletop, and bring them in. Yeah, just bring them in again. This time you're not curling up. Separate them. Put your hands underneath the thighs, elbows out to the side, and rock side to side. Beautiful. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to center. Slide one leg out to flex, the other leg out to extension. I'd like a nice strong point right here. Now, as straight as your leg can go. If you can't go straight, I obviously cannot right now. That's where we are. This is a morning or unfolding stretch. Your body can be cramped by all kinds of situations. All right, flex down into a bend. Remember, we often flex and push, but I want to hold it for a minute to extend that top hamstring. And now push it up into a flex and then take it to a point. There you go. Flex into a bend again. All right, take it up into a flex, push it up into a point. You can feel the back of that leg starting to give in. All right, last one like this. Push up into a flex, take up to a point. Now we're going to rotate it around 8 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try to keep your body anchored. 7. And again, whatever you could do. 8, we're trying to just get ourselves open and long. 2, 3, open up. 4, let that hip open. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're going to come back to that same motion, except now we're going to flex, bend, point, extend. Flex, bend. We're going to do 8 of these. 3, 4, point, 5, beautiful. 6, 7, and 8. Push it up. Now lower that leg, flex it, and bring the other leg in. Nice job. Beautiful work. We've got this. We're going to take it up into extension as high as you can. Come down to that flex and hold it. Push it up in that flex. Ooh, then point. That one doesn't want to move. Come down in that flex and hold it. Beautiful. Push up in that flex and then point. Down. Nice. Push up and point. And then around. 1, 2, crossing both sides. 3, but keep yourself anchored. 4, nice. 5, 6, 7, good job. 8, reverse it. 1, yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it back to that straight leg. Then we flex and point for 8. 2, the lower leg is still flexed. 3, 4, push up. 5, push up. 6, 7, push, and 8. Nice job. Bring that leg down into a flex. All right, we have the back of our legs flexed, our arms overhead. We're going to bring those arms down to cactus and push them up overhead. A little bit of a diagonal. 2, good. 3, getting as long as we can. 4, 5, 6, not very interesting to look at, but who cares? 7, we're just getting our shoulders activated. 8. Now you're going to cross one leg over the other. Nice. Put your hands at your side, curl your chin to your chest. Bring yourself up and lift your arms up. You're going to curl yourself back down and come back to that cactus. I want the whole body to come back to the beginning point so that we can get this all in that alignment position. So whatever you need to help yourself get up, you can push with your hands on the floor or bring your hands up, whatever it takes you to get up. I know that that's a core piece, and sometimes for a lot of people it's hard. So what I did with the crossed leg is I disabled one side of the hamstring so that you have a little bit of resistance as you bring it up. I know that feels a lot like Pilates work. Take it up, and that's okay. And reach up, because we are getting that upper body stretch is what I'm going for. So I don't want the lower body to take over. You know, we just spent the last 5 minutes extending the lower body, so I wanted to get the upper body up so we can get nice and strong right here. And then we're going to come out to the front, where the bottom leg is, where your bottom leg is, and up and out and up. So if your bottom leg is actually on the other side, you're going on the other side. And up and out, and hold it right there. Try to put your hands to the floor. Give yourself a little bit of a twist. Good. Now bring your arms back up, lower them back down into that cactus position. Switch the ankles. Good. We are going to that curl up. So again, you can put your hands at your side. I'll demo that one first. Put your hands at your side and then reach up. And then come on back down, vertebrae by vertebrae, going back to cactus. So however you get up, you can push off. That's not, the point is that big stretch at the top. So with the disabled legs, so that's the whole idea. Nice. And bring it back down, curling your vertebrae by vertebrae. Good. And then again, take it up, bring it up. I love feeling that stretch at the bottom of the lumbar. We have one more of these and we come all the way down, because that curl up is part of stretching, you know, the cervical curve and the thoracic vertebrae. And now we do the side, up to the lower leg and over the lumbar vertebrae over. Good. And over. Beautiful job. Now put those hands to the floor. Get that extra special twist in there. Beautiful job. Great. Breathe into it and lift, lift, lift. Always head over toe. And then bring it back together. We are going to scoot those legs beside us, putting one leg in front and one leg way back. So you have one leg at the top of the mat, and you have the other leg, kind of the foot at the bottom of the mat. So you have the division, right, between the two. And then try to get yourself lifted as much as possible. We may not get both sit bones on the floor, but if you grab your ankle, you get a little bit more of a pull over there. And I just want you to find that position. Yeah, I can feel a little bit of like twinging in my hip because it's saying that is hard for me because of your poor internal rotator. Yeah, my hip talks to me. It's so gabby. I don't know about yours. All right, hand on the floor, knee, the front knee, arm overhead, and you come on over. Just do not break that arm for now. We're going to get into deeper stretches later. So right now, I'm stretching you from the side of the leg through the serratus anterior and up through the shoulder. Now we're going to draw the arm in for 4 pushes. 1, and where you should feel this extension. 2 is along your lats. 3, and 4. Now come on over with your hand, grabbing that ankle. The other hand goes straight up beside the ear, and then you diagonal to the corner of the room, keeping that shoulder open. Beautiful. And get that all nice and long. Good. And we'll do the 4 bow and arrow positions next. 1, push. Now we get a little deeper. 2, rib cage comes closer to hip. 3, and 4, and it's a curl down here and hold. And then push your arm out and sweep yourself up, and both arms come down. You're going to take that leg out into a flex and the front leg into your tree position, your pigeon position. We're going to turn our chest toward the knee and walk home. And bring yourself down as far as you can come. You're feeling that not only in your lumbar, but under that leg. Knee. Breathing 4 more times. Push off with your hands, bring yourselves up, rotate toward the knee, and we're going to come down. We're going to do more straddle stuff later, but for now, this goes with the zigzag 90-90 position we were in. 4 more breaths. And bring yourself back to center. Let's take that over to the other side. So we have that front leg, top, across, and the back one with the foot across the mat. And again, we're trying to get our glutes on the mat, but as I said before, that's not going to be easy, right? So the arm comes up, and we're coming over, and we're not breaking that elbow. So wherever you go with that, you just hold it and breathe it. Now, don't let the shoulder go up to the ear, right? You're going over. So everything shifts with, right? Draw it in. 1, push. 2, push. 3, push. And 4, nice job. Get it over there. Beautiful. And then come on down, grab the ankle. The arm goes straight up. Come on over into the side bend, into the corner of the room. You can see I'm getting a little bit of leg lift in the front. This is harder side for me. And do the drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to hold it right there a little bit more. And then bring the arm down, extend that back leg, Draw that other leg in, the front leg, and then turn toward it. And we're going to walk it down wherever you can go. If you can't bend your elbows here, it's the action, not the distance, that makes a difference. Breathe into it. And 4 more breaths. Push off. Rotate toward the leg. Come on down. Ooh, I got no range of motion here. Down, all the way down on the other side of the side. I can't get down at all. Yeah. It's depending on the other side of your body, isn't it? All right. Stay there. 4 more breaths. And then push off and bring it together. Now we're going to work in the other direction a little bit, and then we're going to come here. By the other direction, I mean we're coming down on our bellies. We got to elongate in both directions. So you're going to point your toes, flatten your foot to the end of the mat, bring your head down, reach your arms out to the end of the mat. I like the end of the mat because it doesn't take you too wide and it doesn't take you too narrow. It's like the perfect position. So I just want you to reach, do a lot of reaching right here, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, and start to feel that. Nice. Now stack your hands, and you can take them over to one side just for comfort, and you're going to lift and lower that back leg to kind of a hamstring draw. Yeah. Now hold it here, flex the foot, and lift the leg off the floor. Takes a little bit of balance. Good. And lower it down, and then flatten it out again. The other side. Flap it in for 4, 2, 3, and 4, and lift it off the floor. You're going to have a little bit more easy time. Let's move our head to the other side. Sorry. Easy time on one side than the other. And then lower it down. Now bring your head back to center and mini cobras. So your elbows are at your side. You're just going to lift and lower. Now, of course, I worry about the back of your neck and lower. Lift, filling it all the way down that erector spinae. Lift and lower. And lift. Now, on this lift, I want you to put your elbows on the floor. Just don't lift it any higher. Good. Just feel that strong movement down the back. And then lower it down. I'd like you to, if you can, reach just one leg and bring it in for a quad stretch by grabbing the foot. And again, you can look to that side. Just make sure you switch to the other side, whether I remember to tell you or not. All right, breathe into it. And then extend it out. Now we're going to look to the other side. This time I remember because I had to correct myself, and bring it in. And then lower that down. The arms go back out to that corner of the mat position, and you're going to lift the upper body and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. You're breathing, inhaling and exhaling down. You want to get long in that exhale, not push that belly in. Now I want you to hold that lift up, and the elbows come down to the waist, and bigger, wider V. 2, 8 of them. 3, 4, stay lifted. Even give it more if you can. 5, don't push your head back on your neck. 6, I'm against that. 7, and 8, you got those nice wide hands. You got that nice wide opening. You're pulling up from the hips and the rest of the back. Then you're going to bring your hands behind you. Stay lifted. And you're going to pull those arms toward the ceiling and open that chest up. Close up shoulder blades. Put those hands down. And then reverse it by going into child pose in a parallel position. Nice. All right, keeping those legs wide, I want you to drop your glutes down between your ankles if you can, or, as if you are. Nice. This is the part being in an airplane for 2 days and in other various not comfortable situations that's making the most meaning for me right now. All right, we're coming up into our tabletop. Right. So shoulders away from the ears, knees are under the hips, right? Got our hands under our shoulders. You're gonna flex your feet into the mat right here. Just flex them. Don't do anything yet. Just hold it. Now push one leg back. Push your heel past your toes and feel that big, awesome stretch. Knee comes down 4 times. 1, you're going to feel the stretch in the ankle and the shin. 2, good. And I want a little bit more in the hip. 3 and 4, and keep it in that position. And you're going to drop it onto your big toe, still flexed. I got to walk up a little bit. Still flexed. Hold it onto your big toe. You have your hip toward the center. Good. And then back to center, and then drop it over to your small toe. And you're rotating the hip out. And then back to center. And then you're putting the other foot into the floor, and you're lifting up into that very small lift. If you can't do this, just reach your arm out and do a watchdog position, a bird dog position. Okay. Let's curl our back by bringing our knee to our nose. Bring the leg back down to the floor. Bring both legs in. Sit back into a parallel child pose. Breathe into it. We're doing different variations of the child pose to get different emphases. So this is tighter in. If your legs are close together like mine, you're going to feel that right at the bottom of that rib cage, at the top of that lumbar. And it makes us happy. And bring that back up. Make sure you're positioned. You're going to push that other leg out into a flex, whatever your second leg is. Try not to let the standing leg drop into the center. All right, let's take it over onto the small toe. Get that rotation to the outer hip. Keep the flex. And then lift it up and onto the big toe. Lift it up. You're going to drop the knee 4 times. Just keep pushing. 1, 2, push through. 3, and 4. And then you flex the other foot. Bring that knee off the floor. You're just going to hold that for now. And then go into that curl by bringing the nose to the knee. I'd like you to take both feet out and come to your plank. And then we're going to pike up, reaching really hard and pushing through our hands. Pushing to the ceiling really hard. We're going to do this 8 times. And then center. 2. And center. 3. Trying to get whole body, long length, and center. 4, you're breathing. This is your halfway point. And center. 5. And center. 6. And center. 7. Your body's thanking you. And last one, 8. I'd like you to hold this position while you try to take those heels toward the floor. And then you're going to put one elbow down, the other elbow down, and hold it. And then push into one hand, push into the other hand. We're going to do that one more time, and I want you to begin with the other elbow, the one you didn't begin with last time. Second elbow down, first elbow down, and hold it. And then bring it back up. Great job. All right. Knees come back to the floor, dropping our glutes around, and we're coming into our butterfly. How's it going? Good. Butterfly. All right. I'd like us to first start by pulling on our arms long on our ankles and dropping our shoulders away from our ears. Take your head over to one side. When your arm is in this position, it's got your shoulder nice and low, so you get greater stretch between the shoulder and the ear. Bring it back up and over to the other side, so you might not feel much range of motion. Or if you feel a strain or a twinge in your neck, you just stop doing that, or you move your hands up in here. Good. You can stay in this position, or you can stack. This time we're going to stack into shoelace, knee over knee. Haven't done that in a while, right? And this is more upper body than lower body, but it's determined by the flexibility in the lower body. So if you say, oh, my back is too tight, could be your hips, could be something else. Hands are behind us, the fingers are facing away, right? And then you're lifting. Yeah. Then the hands are behind the foot and at the hip, and you're doing the diagonal reach with your head. And then you're bringing your hands in front and curling down over your knee. And again, you can be doing this in butterfly. Just do it twice. You're going to stay here for just a minute. If you're in the front, stack your hands so your shoulders go out to open, right? So your shoulders are out to open and lower down. Then put those fingers forward and push yourself up again. Nice. Let's go back to butterfly. I love butterfly, and it feels so much easier now, actually. I'm going to rock forward and back. You don't have to hold on to your ankles. You can put your hands here, too. I like the sensation of having the shoulders move. Okay, let's shoelace again if we can. If you can't, again, stay right where you are in that seated butterfly. Put the hands behind you and you lift. Getting that nice long feeling. And then draw the hands beside those hips and go diagonal. And curl over the front of the hands. And you lower those elbows to the floor. Nice. Push off. Put your hands out to the side. Put the legs open to wide. And then we're going to drop the knee and hold. Let's get a nice long beat in there. Lift it up and drop it and hold. And lift it up and drop it and hold. I'm going to feel this back hip really get that stretch. Lift, drop, and hold. Woo. Lift, drop, and hold. I know. It's a lot of them, and it's slow. And lift, and we're going to pick it up here in a second. And lift, and just side to side. Just opening the muscle before we go into activity. Good. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. All right, let's get to that straddle. We wait for the straddle. All right, you got your hands behind you. You're pushing. Your fingers are away from your ears. I actually want you at this point to lean onto those hands. I always say don't lean onto those hands, but I want you to lean on them and then let the elbows bend a little bit and now lift off. Just get a little bit of an open chest push here and lift off. 2 more and last one and lift off. Okay, we're going to come around to the center. We're going to bring the arms nice and wide up at the top and then high up at the top and curl it down. All right, once you get down to the middle of your body, you're going to take one hand at a time and walk it forward. And your chest is trying to reach to the floor. All right. But you're just going to let it hang wherever it wants to hang. Put your arms comfortably on the floor. I don't want you to reach further. I'd like to protect a little bit of the stretch, especially for our people who have hip concerns or SI joint concerns. Nice. Oh, I love the feeling under the legs and in the legs. Now, Flatten your hands and lengthen them. Make sure you're not pushing your head back on your neck. So you should be looking at those fingers, thumbs. I like to look at my thumbs. Drop the elbows again. Ooh. And then bring it back up. Walk the hands in. Okay. Arms go out to the side. You come over into a simple side bend. 4 breaths. Feeling it all the way come down. And then lift up and over to the other side. 4 bends. If you're on your sit bones and you have your legs a little bent, that's not a problem. Just don't fall back. And then come back up to the center, put your hands together, and I want you to push your arms out and pull your back just by hollowing out your core. I don't want you to big cat thing, but really hollow that core out, and that'll open the back up. Now take those hands to the eyes, and then take them to the top of the head. All right, so it gets different angles. Take the arms out to the side. We're going to rotate, come down that leg with open legs. A little bit longer stretch right here. I love feeling it in the opposite leg at the same time. We'll get some more. Walk it back in. Lift and turn. So we're alternating on these unusually. And come on down, usually. Make sure we get it all done on one side and then the other. And then walk in, go back through the center. I love that because it shows our progress. Can you reach your hands away from you, forward? Making a very long stretcher. That's what we're trying to do today. Is get long, and longer. All right. And then walk it back in. Bring those legs together, cross over the other part. Put your hands beside you. I would love a reverse plank. If not, you can just lift your chest, okay? So reverse plank here for 4 breaths. And lift it and then lower down. Bring your staff, cross over. Get your hands behind you. Get your position and lift up. And then push up and lower back down. That's beautiful. And those knees come to the chest. Just walk them in. Just walk them in. Just walk them in. And now we're going to walk them out, keeping the chest right on those knees until we're into a forward fold. Our arms are along the sides of our legs. And this will stretch everything we just compressed. When you're sitting in your lumbar, when you're sitting in that staff position, it is a compression of the lumbar, even though it's a good position. And then bring yourself up and lift, tucking under. We haven't done cat-cow yet. What kind of day is that when we don't do cat-cow? It's a weird day. All right, so inhale, bottom and sit up. Exhale, curl up like a cat. Inhale, bottom and up. Exhale, curl up like a cat. Inhale, and sit up. Exhale, curl up like a cat. Stay there. Tuck your toes under, and let's come up into our downward facing dog. We're going to do our hip stretch, reach leg thingy here, but I want you to get in this position comfortably first. All right, let's take that leg straight out the back. Bend the foot behind the knee. Rotate the knee to the outside. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Take the foot as far back as you can reach it. Extend the leg. Keep the arms as even as you can. Love the stretch. Feels like it fixes everything. All right. Bend the foot behind the knee. Rotate the knee down to the floor. Extend it and bring it back to its partner. Good. Take the other leg behind. Bend the foot behind the knee. Rotate the knee out to the side. Lift, lift, lift. Extend the leg back. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Keeping both arms even. Bend that foot behind the knee, lower the knee, bring it down, pedal. Knees go forward and back. And then push both heels to the floor. We're going to walk this in. And hang with straight legs. I'm not going to bend the legs just yet. So walk with straight, or hang with straight legs. So the upper body feels nice and loose. The lower body is doing the in-green work. I have it about hip width apart right now. Now, you can bend those elbows and those knees. Just let them come. Two more breaths. And then we're going to come up by shrugging right and left. So shrug right, shrug left, shrug right, shrug left, shrug right, shrug left, and roll the shoulders backward. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Push the shoulders down. Lift the head up. Take the ear over to one side. Take that hand over to the other side. And then bring them to the center. And then you just fold it down. And then tuck your chin into your wing. And then down onto your chest. And then over to the center and fold the other side. Read over. Over. And then center, make it long and point and your head stretching across the room. And then come back to center. I would like to bring the back of the hands together. Just like this. And then cross, push through, cross the other way, and push through. Do it again. Cross, push, cross, push. Last time, cross, push, and then cross, push. Bring them up and let them come down into big circles. This is not good for your shoulder. Just do small ones, and then reverse. All right, let's get wide. We're going to go side to side in our lateral lunges. So we're going over. I want you to come as low as you can and over. Okay, and over. We're coming right back up into the center every time, which we don't always do. Sometimes we stay into that demi squat, mostly when we're doing power work. Last time, over, lift, and over. Now, I would like you to take it out into a plie. You can rotate it out and then come down. Nice lifted plie position. Lifted means your upper body is long as you're coming down into this horse. You don't see the horse bend over, do you? When a horse is running, it even gets lifted, more lifted. So heel up, heel up, heel up, heel up. Nice. We got 4 more. I want 8 sets. 8 or 4, 3. Yeah, no, 2. I know we just did some. And 1. Beautiful. Now, on both heels off the floor. I know that's hard, but I want you to come down more when those heels are off the floor. Get it a little lower, get it a little lower. And then put those heels down and bring yourself up. I had to get a little balance there. And then kick it out to the front. We got to keep going long. Now we're going to do a little balance work. If this means you need to hold on to something, please do, because I want you to do the stretch. So the leg's going to come up. We'll hold it to begin. Breathe into it. Feeling our strong bodies. Then extend them out. Point. And then bring it back in. And then take it out to the side. And bring it into tree. 3, it was such a nice sequence, and I messed it up. Put your arms out to the side. Glide it down. And parallel the feet. I want you to come down into a squat. And then push off and bring it back up. All right, let's go to the other side. Same thing again. You feel free to use something parallel that helps lowering, that doesn't crack your body. Right here, right? So it could be the wall, dresser, the bar. Bring it up. Get out. Bring it in. Take it to the side. Oops. And then to tree. Good. Nice job. Slide it down into parallel and take a squat. Nice. My knee just wanted to buckle. Now we're going to do something we've never done before. Toes together, knees apart, or heels apart. Just hold it right there. I want you to pull up. And you come off your heels. Toes together and your heels apart. And then lower, and then into a squat. Do this lying down, but we never do it standing up. Feel how it pulls that hip, all right? So we know we're getting something different. Now, in this position, I want you to go parallel, and we're going to go into the fold. Get long, get long, get long. Sit back again. Let's make sure we can get even longer. And then come up, because every time we put oxygen by pumping, right, we make that muscle get longer and activate. But again, only to what our capacity is. We're not going to pump it to being 6 feet tall or a ballerina. Now, while you're down here, I want you to move your foot to the position across from the heel of the other foot. Put your hand on the floor and then come off your heels. So you're doing a staggered releve in a forward fold. Right there, that's feeling effective for me. Lower those feet side by side again. The second foot goes back. You're still on the floor. And then lift your heels off the floor. Feeling a lot of different moves today. And then lower it down, and those legs are parallel. Then open them super wide with the legs forward and come into your elbows if you can, or as low as you can. Those legs as straight as you can as we come down. And then push against your thighs and get your head nice and long. I'd like you to pigeon toe in, heel up. And so you're going to feel that along the side. And then curl your body up. You're still kind of in a pigeon toe. So you're going to heel that in, and then toe it in, and then heel it in, toe it in, heel it in, toe it in, and then kick out again. All right, let's go out to that soft open, and we're going to push across. I know usually at this point we're doing washing machine, which is the same thing, but I really want to get the shoulders more activated than we have today. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Both sides. Take it up and down and up and down. You're going back a little bit, not too far. And last one and down. Hold it here and push up. Take that whole big V to one side. Woo. Hold it. Bring it in and push up 4 times. Feeling that in the hip, isn't that funny? And then bring it back to center, then over to the other side. Hold it. And 1, push, 2, push, 3, push, 4, push. Bring it to center. Bring it down to push. Bring it together. Hold it. That action of just bringing the shoulder into the center is an exercise. Take it over to one side. I know, awkward things today, right? And take it up and then over to the other side. And take it up. We're just stretching in new ways. And just bring it down. Woo! All right, now we can do washing machine. Let's shake it all out. And then washing machine. Yeah. Good. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to the center. Breathe it up. Down. 2 more up. Down. And last time. Thank you, everybody, for coming to stretch. This is a stretch. It's elongated. Maybe after I sat in the airplanes. Bye.